We are not complete apparently, but well, we get what we get. All right, so I think it's really the time to start, but I see May is not sitting properly. Alison, can you please adjust your camera better? May, can you check, can you see Daniel, how Daniel is sitting in his meditation? So if you can sit like that, that will be perfect. May, can you see Daniel's video? May. May, can you hear me? Yes, May is now sitting right. Thank you. I'm not sure how exactly Yamuna is sitting. Yamuna, can you keep your camera a little bit above you so that I can see your legs better? Or like, okay, that's definitely better. It's true. Okay, okay. Ao is returning. So, will you adjust your camera? Lucas, are you here with us? I cannot hear you. I cannot see you. Lucas is gone. So let's start as we are sitting in a comfortable meditation posture with the back erect, side cast down. The main point of this practice is that you can stay without any movement. And it's also the most difficult one. So let's see if you can do it. We will be meditating 10 minutes. Make sure you sit in a posture that is comfortable and that you can stay there for 10 minutes. You can close our eyes, we can close our eyes. Let's close our eyes, we can do that. And we can make the first determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. Let's allow it to be heavy. And if you cannot feel the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head, well then check whether there is an ant or a fly crawling over it. And we continue in this manner to the forehead, eyes, nose, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head, and we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head to be heavy. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen, back, and we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be heavy. We continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, the heels, soles, toes, tips of toes, and we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body to be heavy. And let's make it even heavier as we say the word heavy, heavy. All of the body, all of the parts of the body, hands and arms, feet and legs, they're so heavy. And now, as we have accepted the nature of the body, we give the body the freedom to be the way it is. And when this is done, we achieve freedom for ourselves, freedom from worry about the body. So let's enjoy this freedom and see if the freedom is peaceful. Now, because your hands and arms are so heavy, because your feet and legs are so heavy, you cannot move them, but you are happy that they are where they are. So we do not scratch, we do not move, we keep it a rest. Our hands are resting peacefully, Feet are resting peacefully and we enjoy the time. Now, as we have achieved peace, let's share it with other living beings. If you do not feel peace in your body, consider the fact that you get food to eat, you get clothes on your body, you get roof above your head. But not everyone has that, so we will allow everyone to have it too. We start in our room and we wish to all beings in the room and to ourselves as well, in our minds, voicelessly only, may all beings in this room be in peace. May all beings in this room be in peace. And we will gradually expand our thoughts of loving kindness. May all beings in this building be in peace. May all beings in this city or village be in peace. May all beings in this country be in peace. May all beings on this continent be in peace. Yours is America, mine is Asia. When we meditate, we are like a statue. Does a statue scratch itself? No. Does a statue move its head here and there? No. But statue doesn't slouch as well. Make sure your back is erect. Statue also doesn't check its nails. Indeed, statue of a meditating Buddha keeps its body erect. And we expand our thoughts of loving kindness. May all beings on this planet be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. So now let's move on. Yes, I have noticed that May was quite restless. May, do you meditate yourself sometimes? Yes. How much do you meditate? How many minutes? And do you meditate every day? You need to unmute yourself. I cannot hear you.
I meditate.
Excuse me?
Meditate sometimes.
Sometimes. How many times every week? You don't know? Okay. If you meditate, how many minutes do you meditate if you meditate? Do you know?
I still do not know.
I see. You don't know. Okay. So what about if you meditate with your parents sometimes? 5 minutes every day would be enough. No? Okay, so we can then discuss this later. I have also noticed that Yamuna was a little restless. Yamuna, how do you feel? Are you tired? You don't feel tired? Okay, but you seem to be quite restless. So when you meditate, everyone, make sure that you don't move. Some people didn't move. That was wonderful. Some people did, and if you can stay without movement, then that's great. Daniel, where's Jonathan? Is Jonathan coming?
I'm not sure. I think I'm not 100% sure.
He's not there around?
It's son and parent thing, and I'm not in there, so.
It's somewhere else? Jonathan doesn't live with you? I thought Jonathan is your brother.
No, he lives with me. It's just like he's discussing it with our parents, like, and at the time I shower or maybe the pool, going outside. That's when they talk, so I'm not sure.
He was discussing whether to come or not?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a no, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, if Jonathan can join us in our teen class, then of course that would be much better. But if he doesn't have time to join us in our teen class, it's still better to join us here. Allison, how old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10. When will you be 11?
Next year.
Next year, which month?
September.
September. Okay, so enough time. No hurry. Okay, so yes, May has something to say.
Turn 8, and my birthday is on August 19.
Okay.
And my brother's birthday is on August 15.
Okay. So now let's move on to our recitation. We will be reciting in the Sri Lankan pronunciation, and today I want to show you better about how to recite in Burmese pronunciation. But we will first recite and sing in the Sri Lankan pronunciation so that you remind yourself, and then we will start with the Burmese pronunciation a little. We'll see how much time we will have, because the time's running fast and Burmese pronunciation is complicated. Yes, Ray?
I know how to say like a Burmese, maybe like a little bit.
That's good, but it will not be very useful for you because you will learn the system, why or how do you pronounce it, in Burmese. So it will be with details and information so that anytime you see the Buddha's teachings written in English letters, you will be able to read it as if it was in Burmese letters. If you know the roles, then it is easy. So I will be teaching you the roles today. All right, so let's move on to the recitation. So this time, only Sri Lankan pronunciation, please. And so you can, everyone, unmute yourself. Make sure you keep your hands together as the symbol that you take it seriously. Okay, so I will say Yamahang vadami tang vadeta, which means what I say you say, or repeat after me, and you can then reply Ama Bhante, yes, Venerable Sir. So let's try that together. Yamahang vadami tang vadeta. Yes. Be careful, it is Ama. Ahang means I. Ama means yes, it's something else. And here you say Ama. So let's try it again. Yamahang vadami tang vadeta. Very well. So now, because you will be asking me, you will say, I, Venerable Sir, request you for three refuges and 5 precepts. You will be using the word aham. So let's try that together. Aham bhante tisaranena saha panchasilang dhammang yachami anuggahang katva silang detha me bhante anukampang upadaya dutiyampi aham bhante tisaranena saha panchasilang dhammang yachami. Anuggahang katva silang detha me bhante anukampang upadaya tatiyampi aham bhante tisaranena saha panchasilang dhammang yachami anuggahang katva silang detha me bhante silang detha me bhante anukampang upadaya. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa
Sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So now come the three refuges. Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. So now I will encourage you all in taking the refuges, and I will announce to you that your going for refuges is complete, and you can reply Ama Bhante, yes, Venerable Sir. So let's try that together. Sarana-gamanang paripunnang. Very well. So now come the 5 precepts. Now come the 5 precepts. So the first precept is, I follow the precept of refraining from killing living beings. It means we never kill. We never harm others. Instead, we help them to be happy. Whenever you are angry with someone, you need to realize, oh, that's the opposite what I should do. I should actually help the other person to be happy. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. The second precept means I follow the precept of refraining from taking what is not given. That means we never steal. Adinadana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. The third precept means I follow the precept of refraining from sexual misconduct. That means when you are married, when you have husband or wife, you're faithful to them and you do not fall in love with anyone else. Kamesu Michhachara Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. The fourth precept means I follow the precept of refraining from false speech. It means we never tell lies. So let's try that. Musavada. Veramani sikkhapadam. Samadhiyami. The fifth precept means I follow the precept of refraining from drinking alcohol and taking drugs. Sura meraya majja. Pamadatthana. Veramani sikkhapadam. Samadhiyami. Okay, so now I will encourage you all to follow and protect these 3 refuges and the 5 precepts and make effort mindfully. And you can then reply, Ama Bhante, yes, Venerable Sir, if you agree. So let's try that together. Tisaranena saha pancha silang dhammang sadhukang surakhitang katva appamadena sampadetham. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana.
Saru, 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 saru.
Okay, Ao, you may like to remove your background because I cannot see your face. So now what's coming is the Burmese pronunciation. This will be so hard. I think I gave you a little introduction last week, right? Yes, Alison?
The meeting's gonna end in less than 1 minute. Do we get a new Zoom?
Yes, thank you so much. Please follow the same link. And we can finish it right now and just rejoin right away. Okay? So we finish now and rejoin right after you leave. Thank you. Aung is having a lot of fun. Aung is having a lot of fun. I think for Aung, best is to have no background at all. Because even with this background, sometimes you disappear or your face disappears. This is much better. All right, so I think we are still waiting for someone, right? Who are we waiting for? We're waiting for Valentina, right? Is Valentina joining us? But I think previous time also Valentina disappeared somewhere in the mid of the class, right? Did you notice that? Let's give Valentina a minute or two. Oh, May also, right? Valentina is in the Florida class, I see. So, yes, I was missing someone indeed. Yes, Yamuna, you wanted to say something? Yes, Valentina is in a different class. I'm sorry. So, Rere is with us. And May. Okay, are we still missing anyone? Who are we missing?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you play as if you do. All right, so now let's look at the Burmese pronunciation. We don't have much time remaining. Yes, May has something to say. What is it?
I turn on music with.
I cannot hear your music. I cannot hear it because Zoom removes the music sound from you, so I cannot hear it.
I play music when.
We cannot hear that music, yes. Okay, so now let's move on to the Burmese pronunciation. And I will first explain to you the roles so that you know them, and then we will try the first part and see if you can do it. So here it is. It's quite a few roles. You see we have three kinds of roles: the green rules, the yellow rules, and the blue rules. The green rules are the easiest because if you forget them, nothing big happens. These make your pronunciation really exact because they're just little improvements. So first of these little rules, let's call them the green rules. Is that instead of N and M, you will be reading So here, for example, instead of Yamaha, Yamahang, you read Yamahan. Instead of Tang, you read Tang. In Sri Lanka, they will say Bhante. In Myanmar, they will say bhante. In Sri Lanka, they will say ahang. In Myanmar, they say ahang. In Sri Lanka, they say silang. In Myanmar, they say tilang. So it's the sound that you need to be careful about here. The next roll is from V to W. So here you see V, vadami. That's in Sri Lanka. And in Myanmar, you will read it as wadami. Wadami. Similarly, you will read katva in Sri Lanka, but katwa in Myanmar. V becomes wa. Any other example? Veramani in Myanmar becomes Weramani. Weramani. So va becomes wa. Then next rule is blunt da and the are pronounced as sharp ta and da. So here we have blunt da, vadami. In Burmese, in Myanmar, you would read this as wadami. Sri Lanka, vadami. Myanmar, wadami. Sri Lanka, tang. Myanmar, tang. Sri Lanka, vadehi. Myanmar, wadehi. You see, the T and D become very sharp, very pronounced. So that's the third of the 4 easy rolls. The last easy roll is that in the double consonants, you do not pause. Instead, you cut off. So how do you do that? So let's see a better example down there. And that is pamadatthana. Now you may see that I'm reading pamadatthana, that I get stuck for a little moment at the ta sound. Do you see the ta sound here? Double consonant. And in Myanmar, however, you do not get stuck there. You cut off the last sound. So you say pamadatthana. Pamadatthana. So the sound there at the end, which should be there, is just not there. It is strictly cut off. For example, here in Sri Lanka, you would say suraketang. In Myanmar, you say turaketang. They cut off the last sound. Or here, appamadena. In Myanmar, appamadena. Appamadena. All right. So you need to be careful about these small rules, although they're not as important as the remaining rules. There are more rules coming, altogether 10 more rules. So you have 14 rules altogether here. So now the second class, the second type of rules is more serious, and that is total change in the sound. You totally change the sound S into the sound ta. So for example here, instead of tisaranena, you will read titaranena. Instead of saha, you read taha. Instead of panchasilang, you read piensatilang. Instead of silang, you read Tilang. You see, S becomes the. Now the other sound you have already heard, from cha, it becomes sa. So from pancha, it is piensa. Then in the word gachami, you will read it as gisami. So this is no more gachami in Myanmar. This is gisami because there is si. You do not read it as cha, you read it as sa in Myanmar. And then the last role, which is very important, is J into Z. So we have Tura, you already know, S is becoming Ta, Meraya, Mizza. Majja becomes Mizza. Here Majja becomes Mizza. These three big differences. All right. So then we have 7 differences in vowels. What's a vowel? Vowel is A, E, I, O, U. These are vowels. B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Z are consonants. And the rest, A, E, I, O, U, are vowels. And now we will be talking about vowels. Now the problem is when a vowel is followed by 2 consonants. Look at this. Here, a vowel U is followed by 2 consonants. The vowel U is followed by the double consonant GG. Then, similarly, in the case of Buddha, there also you have vowel U followed by double consonant D and DH. What about here? A vowel is followed by double consonant CCH. Then what about here? I consonant, I vowel is followed by KKH, double consonant. So the vowel I is followed by double consonant. Then we have, for example, here, A is followed by double consonant, JJ. Here, A is followed by 2 consonants, Nya and Cha. So this is very important to be careful about because there you have to apply rules and they are complicated. So the first rule is the simple one, when there is no difference. So when there is no difference is when you have A followed by consonants such as T or D. For example, here you have the word Pamadatthana. And there is A, the vowel A, followed by 2 consonants, TT. How will you read that in Burmese? Pamadatthana. No difference, the vowel did not change. Second rule is a little bit tricky. If it is A followed by K. If A is followed by double consonants like KKH, from A becomes A. So it is no more Surakitang, it is Turakitang. So if there is double consonant with K, well then it becomes A. Now what about if there is double consonant with C? Gachami. Well, then it becomes E. Gesami. No more gachami, it becomes gesami. It is A, that's right, but it is followed by C. And when A is followed by C or J, then it becomes A. Therefore, this is no more Majja, it is Meza. Meza. Okay? Gisame Meza. Alright, so let me see what another role. Tana. Yes, those are actually yes, now one more role for A, if you see A, and that is when you get Nya and Ja. Look at this. Panchasilang. How would you read it in Burmese? Piensatilang. When you have A, Nya, Ch, it becomes Yensa. Yensa. Anya Ch becomes Yensa. So from Pancha, you get Piensa. Okay? And in a similar way, if there was Nye Ja, like in the Burmese, in the Pali word Manjusa, you will read it as Mienzuta. Mienzuta. Why? Because there is A and J. And when you get A and J, it becomes Yenza. So this is piensa. Piensa. Okay, so this is for the A vowel. Now the remaining are somewhat easier. So let's move on to U. U, G, G. If you have U and double consonant, it becomes O. O. So how will you read this? No gahan. No gahan. Well, you have seen U and double consonant also elsewhere, right? You remember where that was? It was here. Bodha. From Buddha becomes Bodha. So this below is Bodhan. Bodhan. Tarana. Gisami. Bodhan. Tarana. Gisami. Then we have I roll. If you have I followed by double consonant, such as here, Sikha Padang, then I becomes A. So it is Te Kapadang. Te Kapadang. I becomes A. Now, what if there's N instead? Like you got Adinadana, right? You have there vowel and followed by two consonants. Well, then there is a roll. What's the roll? A. Adinadana. So when it is followed by N or M, I becomes A. If it is followed by anything else, like K, for example, I becomes A. And then I think we have one final rule. That's right. And that is with O. And we do not have O in here in the text, but just for you to know, if you have O followed by double consonant, it becomes ow. Ow. So for example, Gotta in Sri Lankan pronunciation becomes Gauta. Gauta. But we don't have that here. So that is my little introduction to the reading. And now let's read this first little portion so you know what's going on. So I will say Yamahang Vadami Tang Vadeta in Burmese pronunciation. That is Yamaha vadami tam vadeta. And you can then reply ama bhandi. And be careful about this bhan and the sharp t. Bhandi. Ama bhandi. So let's try that together. You can unmute everyone yourself. Yamona and Al. Yes, good. And now let's try this together. Yamaha vadami tam vadeta. Okay, so now let's continue, and let's try it with the request for the 3 refuges and 5 precepts. So you can repeat after me. Be careful about the words. Ahang is now read as ahang. Bhante is read as bhante. Tisaranena is now titaranena. So let's try that together. Aham bhanti. Titaranena. Saha becomes taha. Panchasilang becomes piensatilang. So let's try that together. Taha. Piensatilang. And now here we have Dhamma Yasami. So let's try that. Dhamma Yasami. Now this one is Anogahan. Katawa Dilan Data. So let's do it part by part. Anogahan. Katawa Dilan Data. And then we have Me Bhanti Anukampan Upadaya. So let's try that together. Me Bhanti Anukampan Upadaya. So now the same thing for the second time. Be careful, the Dutiyampi is read as Dutiyampi. So let's try that together. Dutiyampi. Aham bhanti. Titaranena. Saha taha. Now it's taha. Everyone please repeat after me. Taha. Yes. Piensatilang. Dhamma Yasami. Yamona, are you with us? Yasami. Anogaha. Katwa. Katwa. Tilam data. Me bhante. Anukampa. Upadaya. Tatiyampi. Aham bhanti. Titaranena. Taha piensa tilang Dhamman yasami Anugahan katwa Tilang data Me bhante Anukampan Upadaya. Aung, calm down. Seems like Aung has a lot of energy. So Aung, if you meditate a lot, you can then concentrate the energy so that you can then use the energy for that which is useful. Now you are wasting your energy when you're playing, but you can use your energy for things that are useful. For example, to read books and remember exactly what you read. You will need a lot of energy for that. So save your energy, Aung. Do not waste it. Yes, Danielle?
May I use the restroom?
Yes, please. So does anyone have any question? Anything you'd like to say? All right, well, then that's all for today. So it was a pleasure to see you, everyone. Hopefully you will get some opportunity to train in the pronunciation. I will upload the video so you can watch it, and next week we will continue training. Gradually you will all master it. Yes, Ray?
My mom and know how to pronounce that, so I can't teach my mom's.
Very good. But the idea is that you understand it. So you understand, why do you read A here? Why do you read O here? Why do you read E here? And so on. So it's good for you to know the rules. Okay, it's about the rules. Then you can take any text from the Buddha in the English letters and you will be able to read it with perfect Burmese pronunciation. So that is definitely useful, because if you then find out some Buddha's teachings in the Pali language and people don't believe you, well, then you show them the English text, and if they are Burmese, you can read it for them in the Burmese pronunciation. But most importantly, when you read difficult texts which commonly lay Buddhist people in Myanmar recite, even though you have never read them before, you will be able to recite with your family, with your friends in Myanmar, with the Myanmar pronunciation. Okay, so any more question? Anything you'd like to tell or share or ask? May has a question. Yes, I'm listening, May.
I read every time. I read my books.
Very good. Very good. Yes, please. Everyone engage in reading. That's a good thing. We're waiting for Danielle to say goodbye. So let's see if Danielle is coming soon. Until then, if you have any questions, anything you would like to share with me, now is the opportunity. Yes, Alison?
Do you just stay at the hotel for the whole day, or are you allowed to go out of the hotel?
I probably could go anywhere I want, but as a monk, it is not suitable. So I go outside only when people invite me. Sometimes they invite me for a meal in their house, So then they come with a car, I sit in the car, then we go to their house, I have meal, then we discuss the Buddha's teachings, and they take me by car back. So I do not go for a walk, you know. I do not get that opportunity. If someone came here to see me and said, Venerable Sir, let's go for a walk, well, then I can go for a walk. But otherwise, I do not have that habit. I walk inside my room here and there from corner to corner, but I rarely go outside. Actually, I never go outside to walk myself. All right, Daniel is still not back. So thank you everyone for coming. It was a pleasure to see you, and I hope to meet. I hope to see you again next week. Next week I will be in Singapore. I will visit Singapore for one night because of visa. Because I cannot have more than 1 month for Vietnam visa. So after 1 month, I need to go abroad. Then I return with a new visa. That's why I'm going to Singapore. But also I'm invited there for meal, and that's also a very important reason. All right. So yes, May has a question.
My mom has a visa.
That's something else probably. Alison?
Are you gonna live in Vietnam forever, or are you just going to stay and then come back to wherever, like the Czech Republic?
No, I'm actually waiting in Vietnam until I can go to the US and visit you, Alison. So I'm waiting for the US visa. And because I want US visa for a longer term, 2-4 years, it takes some time before it gets successful. I hope to be here perhaps until April next year, and then I should go to the US. And then I should stay in the US for years, maybe 4 years, maybe even longer. We will see if that works out. I don't know. Yes, May?
Are you gonna go to the US on April next year?
Yes, I hope to come to the US at least latest in April next year. But I cannot tell for sure because I'm dependent on the visa. What did you say, May?
What day does the visa arrive?
I don't know. I don't know. That's the difficult part. So maybe it will never arrive. So in that case, I would go to the US only for a few months. If the visa arrives, I can go for a long time. If it doesn't, I can go for a few months. I've already been to the US. No problem for me to go there. It's just, you know, that we want visa that allows me to stay a longer time. Okay, so it seems like Daniel will not greet me. Thank you everyone for coming. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Venerable Sir.
Yes, thank you.